Okay, I would recommend starting every conversation when somebody says, "So how you doing?" Say, "Great." No matter what's going on, say, "I'm doing great." Because that is going to start the conversation off on a positive note. I don't care if you bitch for the next 20 minutes about how bad you're doing, but start with, "I feel great." And just see if that changes how you feel over time. It's had a massive impact for me. If I say, I'm doing all right, then I just feel like shit to start with. But when I say, "I'm doing great, thank you. What's going on?" "Oh man, I've been suffering real bad. Having all sorts of problems. But I'm doing great." Yeah, because great is a judgment, right? It's not my foot hurts. Because imagine that, like the foot hurts. Well, if you didn't have a foot, then having a foot that hurts would be an improvement, right? It would be great compared to that. So great is a judgment that is subject to change. So we may as well start with a positive judgment and then talk about all the stuff that pisses you off. And sooner or later, you'll start with great, and then you'll start talking about things that are actually good, and then you'll talk about the crappy things again. And then as time goes by, you'll start talking about more things that are good and less crappy things. Finally, you get to the point where you're like, all I'm doing is just being a judger about everything, and it's here and it is what it is, so I may as well just talk about it as great, and then suddenly the problems diminish. And that's what it's all about, is getting out of that negative mindset into the positive of, you know what, things really are what I make them out to be, and they could certainly be worse, so they are pretty darn great. Let me just think of how they're so great and be thankful for them right now, and be happy that I'm not in a worse situation. Start every conversation with, "I am great."